We are almost at the end of all of the delicious things that I made in December. So I think this will be the last video with these things, and then next off we will go back to keto. And in this video I'm going to make some pretzels with chocolate and these chocolate oatmeal balls. And I will link the recipe down below as always, so you can follow along there. I just put in my oatmeal into my food processor, and then I'm going to put in my cocoa and powdered sugar. And then all of this will get mixed up before I will put in the butter. And my butter is lightly softened, and I'm cutting it up into smaller pieces and putting it into the food processor, and then I'll blend it up again. And then it looks like this, and I'll just scrape down the sides so that I can make sure that everything will get blended into it. And now I'm putting in some coffee, and if you don't like coffee you could maybe put in some orange juice or something else, but it just needs a little moisture. I'm also putting in a splash of rum. And if you don't like rum or don't drink alcohol, you can just leave it out. Or if you really like it, you can put in some more. And now I'm just blending it up again. And then it will have the right consistency so I can form the little balls. So they have to be just a little sticky, but not too much and not dry at all. So I'm using my ice cream scoop just to spoon them out onto a baking plate with baking paper, and then I'll put them in my pantry just to cool off a little, because I only have 8 degrees Celsius out there, so it's almost like in a fridge. And then afterwards I will part them into 2 parts, because these are too big, but this just makes it easier, and when they're a little cooler they are not as sticky as they are now. So they're just staying for maybe 1 or 2 hours on the floor in my pantry, and this is how my pantry looks. And in an upcoming video I will also show you all of the things I have out there, and how I'm cleaning it and sorting out all of the things. But now they have cooled off a little, and you can see they are a little more dry now, not so sticky, and they are a lot easier to form as a ball. And I'm making them quite big. I think the recipe says that this one ball maybe would be 3 balls, but I like them a little bigger, and so I don't have to make 1,000 balls this day. Preben is also helping me, so that is nice. And they look like this when they're finished, and you can roll them in some coconut flour or whatever you'd like, but I'm just keeping them plain like they are now, and these are really good. Now we are going on with the pretzels. So I have the pretzels and 3 different kind of chocolate and some sprinkles. So I will start out with chopping up my chocolate, and I have these piping bags that I will put the chocolate in, each color in its own bag, and then I can just microwave them like that, instead of microwaving it in a bowl and then putting it into a bag. So this is just a lot easier. And I have this bag of pretzels that I will just take some of them out and place them nicely onto my baking sheet, just to make it a little easier when I'm putting on the chocolate and the sprinkles. So that is why I'm just laying them flat out. And I'm starting with melting the dark chocolate, and then for every 10 seconds or so I'm just taking it out and pushing it around just to make sure that everything is melting and that nothing is burning. And when it's all melted, I will cut off just a little piece of the end so I can drizzle it out on the pretzels in a nice uniform pattern. And now I'm doing the same thing with the white chocolate, and I chose to not use the regular milk chocolate. I'm just using these two colors, and I like the white one to be on top so that I can see it a little better. And now that the chocolate is still wet, I'm going to sprinkle it with two different kind of sprinkles just to make it a little colorful, and it will just stick to the chocolate, and then I will let it harden up. And they look really nice and festive. So these are some that I'm also bringing to a family gathering. And I'm just going to have a little taste test here from the corner. So you can see both of the chocolates and some of the sprinkles. And I will put them into a can so that they can stay fresh. And if you haven't seen the videos from the last couple of months, I will encourage you to do it, because I'm making these delicious donuts, and I'm making something called kleiner and Norwegian kleiner. I'm also making a caramel cheesecake, and I will link all of them in the end of the video so you can go and watch them. And these are all of the delicious things that I brought to my family, and they were very happy. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. And please subscribe to my channel and go and follow us on Vestas Farm Life on Instagram. Bye bye.